Right, hi guys, this is the Foundation Homework 3. Go through the solutions, check the ones that you've attempted, mark them, and then hopefully the last one next week you'll be able to have a really good go at, and it's gained loads of experience with these tricky questions. So let's go for it. We've got Doug owes an amount of £600. He wants to pay back the amount in 5 months. He says each month I will pay back 20% of the amount I still owe. Show working to check if his method is correct. Okay, so if he's working out that he's paying 20% each time, we've got £600. We're reducing that by 20%, so I'm going to work out 80% of it in the year 1. So we have 600 times 80. Shift open brackets so you get that percent sign, and that's 480. Remember, we're working at 80% because he's paying back each month. I will pay back 20%. We're going to do each month, calculate each month, so that's after 1 month. We're going to then, it's going to be that amount times by 80%, so 480 times 80% is 384. That amount, a little bit of a cheat on your calculator, if you to best multiply and you get that answer key, that's going to keep that answer from before. I'm timesing that by 80%. So my next month is 307.2 equals again. We'll do the next month 24576. We've done 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month. One more is 196608. So that's what's left if each month I will pay back 20% of the amount I still owe is done. What Doug originally said was he owes £600 and he wants to pay it back in 5 months. So in 5 months. Doing compound interest, he's not going to pay it back. What he'd have to do, it doesn't mention anything about interest, so we're just splitting that £600. He'd have to be paying back 600 divided by the 5, £120 each month. So it does work for the first month, but then because if he's saying he's doing 20% of the amount he still owes, that amount's going to decrease, rather than doing, if he did simple interest, then he would pay it back. So the answer is, show working to check if his method is correct. No, method incorrect. So with that, a lot of words to try and kind of trick us, but if we just do the math, often then you can end up checking it. Let's put the lights back on in this room. That's going to happen to us a couple of times. Next one, we've got 5% of a number is 31, 1% of the same number is 6.2. Work out what 13% of the number is. So we could just do column addition, which is probably the easiest way for that. If that's 5%, then 5% is 31, another 5%, 31. If I'm working out 13, I then want 3 lots of 1%, 6.2, 6.2, 6.2. Add all those up. Just put it in my calculator. So 13% is 80.6. I don't know why I put a 0 there. You don't need to put a 0. 80.6 would be your answer. Your other option that we could have done, if 1% is 62, 100% is 620, and then we could have just worked out 13% of 620, and we get that 80.6 as well. So either of those ways absolutely fine. The next one, no, loads of words again. It's going to catch people out, so let's try and pull out the maths. We've got Eva thinks she saves water by having a shower instead of a bath. Fine. Eva's shower uses 10.8 litres per minute and lasts for 8 minutes. So I'm gonna deal with that because I know I've got how much it uses per minute. She does it for 8 minutes, so I'm just going to stick that into my calculator. 10.8 times by 8. That's going to give me some marks. I don't know what else is going on, but I know I've got a couple of marks already. 10.8 times by 8 equals 86.4. Eva assumes that water in her bath is the shape of a cuboid. We've been doing volume of cuboid the last few weeks, so it's going to be linked to that. Using Eva's assumption, how many litres of water is she saving by having a shower instead of a bath? So we need to know how much water fills this shape. So let's work out our volume. We've done that in the last couple of weeks. So hopefully, again, even if you're not sure on how to answer the full question, for these multi-mark questions, we want to be picking out the maths and getting some marks wherever we can. So working out the volume of a cuboid is easy knowledge for us now. We've done this a few weeks. We've got 192,500. These are in centimetres, so that is centimetres cubed. And we've even got a little conversion there. You might need to remember that. Likely that it'll be on your formula sheet. So we need to convert that. So if there's a 1,000 centimetres cubed in 1 litre, then we need to divide our answer by 1,000. Don't know why I did that in calculator, but anyway, it's the only calculator exam, just use it, be safe. We've got 192 litres is what's used for the bath. I've already worked out what my shower was, so 192.5 take away 86.4. You're going to get 106.1 litre saving, the difference between them. Yeah, but if you're just picking up any of those marks, getting that part, working out your volume, trying to have a go at that, it just breaks it down. You can see it'd be 1, 2, 3, probably 4, maybe 5 marks. Just trying to get something is the whole point of why we're doing this. I've just realised that some of our workings was off the camera, so sorry. I'll go just remind ourselves of these. So we worked out our volume there. We've divided it by 1,000 because we've got that conversion, and then my amount that I worked out for the shower, the difference between the amount that I've just worked out for the amount used for the bath. That's what I've done. Sorry if that was off the screen. I'll try and keep a better eye on it. Question 4. Divide 120 in the ratio 1 to 4. So we've got 1 part and 4 parts. So 5 parts in total. 120 divided by 5. Is going to be 24. So if 1 part is 24, we want to work out what the split is. So it's going to be 24 for the 1 and 4 lots of 24 to get 96. Write the ratio 7 to 4 in the form n to 1. So if we want it in the form n to 1, it means that the 4 is going to be changed to a 1. So we've got 7 to 4 at the moment. If I want that to be 1, I'm going to divide through by 4. Got to do the same to both sides. So 7 divided by 4. Doesn't say that we'll get the bits, so you might even be okay leaving it as a fraction like that, but we can work that out because 7 quarters is 1.75 to the 1. So I've worked out that number. The next one, we've done a few of these as well. Really tricky these, but it's break down different skills. These would be absolutely the last question on the paper if these came up. I think in your mock, one of the last questions was just converting standard form. So we're going over and above with these. We've got split it out. So do your number work. 3 times 6 is 18. So it's 3 times the 6, I've separated those off to get 18. 10 to the 5 times by 10 to the 9. If we've got the same base and we're multiplying, we're going to add our powers, so that's going to be 10 to the 14. Then, don't like that, it's not in standard form. Converting that to standard form is going to give me 1.8 times 10. 10 to the 14, and then let's just tidy that up. It's got 1.8 times by 10 to the 15. Okay. Next one, same idea. 3 divided by 6 gives me 0.5. So 3 divided by 6 is a half. 10 to the 5 divided by 10 to the 9. 5, take away the 9 is going to give me 0.5 times 10 to the minus 4. Don't like that because it's not in standard form. It needs to be between 1 or up to, but it's got to be less than 10. So I'm going to convert that to be 5 times by 10 to the minus 1 times by 10 to the minus 4. So tidy it up again. 5 times 10 to the minus 5. We've done that one. Lots of these now, again, really tricky, but break it down, work out your separate parts. So I'm just going to write underneath. If we're dividing here, we used some of these rules in the last one. Dividing, so we're going to subtract the powers. So that's going to be 3 to the 7 divided by, in this bracket, 3 to the 2 times 3 is going to be 3 to the 3. And then I'm going to divide again, so I need to take away the 3 away from the 7 to get 3 to the 4. Really easy when you've learned those skills, but that will have been felt impossible when you first started these, and particularly in your mocks at the end of year 10. Next one, we've got 2x minus 3y and 4x minus 5y. Expanding all these gives me 8x squared minus 12xy minus 10xy plus 15y squared. So I'm just multiplying each for this position. It's the row and the column that I'm putting together. So I then add all those values together. So 8x squared minus 12 minus 10 is minus 22xy plus 15y squared. There's your final answer. Bank statements, hopefully we're getting familiar with these now, so complete the bank statement. What's a debit, what's a credit? Well, car repairs, that's money going out, is your debit. Salary is what you get paid for when you work, so credit's going in. Let's get our running total going. So we've started with 1140.79. We're taking away the car repairs, so subtract 256 to get 884.79. Got a gas bill, so we're going to take the gas bill away, 87.31, 797.48, and then we've got our salary coming in, so we want to add on 2069.75, so 2867.23. Write down the meaning of debit as used in the bank statement, or debit in the bank statement is a payment that reduces the balance. Okay, it's money going out of the bank account. Question 9. We've got the two congruent regular polygons are joined together. Loads of complicated maths words there. Let's try and just break that down. Congruent means the same. Regular polygons mean they have the same size. Polygon's just a shape. So we've got two shapes that are the same put together, and you can kind of see that from the diagram. Work out the number of sides on each polygon. So number of sides, remember from a previous week, is going to be whatever your exterior angle. Once you've got your exterior angle, that equals 360 divided by the number of sides. Yeah, or our exterior angle, or the rather the number of sides would be 360 divided by our exterior angle. So that's what we need to work out. If these are both identical, they're both going to be the same. We've got this angle at the top, I can almost read it, is 60. So if that's 60, it means these two add together to give 300, because angles around a point are 360. So if they're 300, one's going to be 150, the other's going to be 150. So just redrawing that part of that angle on the shape. If that's 150, your exterior angle is where we extend that line, and it needs to add up to 180. So that makes that angle 30, and you can almost imagine if we just split that in half, you've got your exterior angle being 30 degrees. So 360 divided by 30 is going to give us 12, so it must be a 12-sided shape. Next one. 500 people are asked if they drink coffee. Put that there. There's our total. 9/10 say yes. So like we'd used before, I'm going to try and just deal with each bit as I come to it. 9/10 say yes. So what is 9/10 of 500? Well, if it's non-calculator, divide by 10 times by 9. We could do that. It'd be 450. If it was calculator, then I'd be putting it into there. If that's 450, then our no must be 50, because they need to total. So I'm working out, I've dealt with that bit. 20% of the people who say yes drink at least 3 cups a day. So 20% of this number drink 3 cups a day. What's 20% of that? Well, again, could do 10% is 45, so 20% is 90. Starting to reach for my calculator, but a lot of it you could do. If it was a non-calculator, obviously you'd attempt it without. If you've used a calculator for it, then it's fine. If that one's then 90, what number do we need to add on to 90 to make 450? So that must be 360. B, a little bit of an extension. What fraction of the 500 people drink at least 3 cups of coffee each day? So that's how many people drink at least 3 cups of coffee a day is 90 out of the 500. It wants us in its simplest form, so it would have been a non-calculator question, this. 9 over 50, just divided through by 10. And I think that's all I can do. Next question. Rob is going to drive 130 miles from Hull to Liverpool. There are roadworks for 25 miles of the journey, 130 miles in total. He assumes his average speed will be 50 miles per hour where there are roadworks, so 50 mph for that one, 70 miles per hour for the rest of the journey. So the rest of the journey is going to be 105, isn't it? The difference of there is going to be at 70 miles per hour. Using this assumption, work out his journey time. So speed equals distance divided by time. So our time equals our distance divided by speed. So using this formula, time equals distance divided by speed, we're going to work out what time we've got for the two parts of our journey, those two different speeds. So for this one, we've got 105 divided by 70. .5, so or 1 hour and a half, because we have miles per hour, and then we've also got 25 divided by 50, which is 0.5, half an hour, so the time it takes is 2 hours. Rob's assumption about his average speeds are too high. How does it affect his journey time? Well, if his assumptions were high, he's going at a slower speed, so it's going to take longer. Okay, into the last question. We've got our Best Buys ones again. We've got two offers for batteries, a pack of 4 and a pack of 5, different offers on both of those. We want to buy 40 batteries, and we're trying to see which one's cheapest to get in 40. So let's just work out the cost of each for 40. So if we do A, we've got a pack of 4, £2.52 with a third off. So let's work out what a third off is. So 1/3 of £2.52. Could have, of course, worked out what 2/3 is, which would have been your in the price as well. So 1/3's 84p. So 2/3, which is what's left, is £1.68. That's for 4. We want 40, so we're paying £16.80 for 40. I've just scaled it up, multiplied both of those by 10. So offer is £16.80 because it's money. Always write that 0. It could be mark lost if you don't do that. Offer B, pack of 5, £2.75. Pay for 3 packs and get 1 free. So for that one, we're going to obviously use the offer. Pay for 3 packs, get 1 pack free. That's 4 packs, and 4 lots of 5 gives us 20. So for 20, we're going to pay 3 times £2.75. £8.25. So for 40, what we're wanting to compare, we're going to have 2 times that, which is £16.50. Yeah. So then, don't just leave it just with the answers. The questions asked us which, with the numbers rather. The questions asked us which is the cheaper offer. So going through those, B is cheaper. You need to write that to properly answer the question, or again you could lose a mark. Okay, well done. Thanks for watching.